long day. This morning I was saying I needed to work on the timetable for it to be ready in about 2 weeks. Realised that was going to be really awkward for staffing classes and stuff. So I had to do the new timetable today. Got a new timetable done. Didn't have to go completely brand new. I just had to try and shuffle staff and classes to try and make sure that every class had a teacher. And I got to the point where there's 25 lessons that could not be covered with just a couple of teachers. I could probably cover some more of them if I just gave them a teacher here, a teacher there, but that's really bad for continuity. So hopefully we can get a casual in willing to do a block with those classes, or the majority of those classes, and I might have to shuffle a couple of other things around because all of those classes would not fit on one timetable, on one person's timetable. Big job today, getting that done. Got it done and sent out everybody's timetables before I left. Made PDF versions of all of the student timetables so they're ready to print first thing in the morning, because by the time I'd got all that finished, the front office was shut and all the printers were turned off. So the big colour one I have to use in the morning because that's fast. And we'll get them all done in time. It's 10 to 6. It was just a long first day. It's a little annoying too. Like, the boss did say I didn't have to go to the middle session of the day, just sit down and work on the timetable. So from a bit in the morning and then from morning tea onwards and a break for lunch, I was just on the timetable, just working on the timetable, talking with other head teachers, especially about class adjustments and stuff like that. We had to collapse some classes. But because I was doing all that, I got absolutely no prep done for any of my classes. I got a full day tomorrow. So, do a bit tonight. Been a full-on morning. Year 9 this morning doing prep. They're working pretty well. Year 12 double before and after recess. They've got a lot of work to get through, and not all the kids were here today, being first day back. Year 11, just had them. And I'm gonna change the project. We're making a mallet, and the handle on it is an interesting design. I really like it for the marking out activity that it is. Proving quite difficult for the kids to cut out and to enjoy cutting it out and shape it. And it's kind of a fairly decorative handle for a construction mallet. And when I looked at the actual cluster task, they're being assessed on applying work health and safety standards. So it's whether they can work safely and use the tools. Not even using the tools, it's just, can they work safely, can they plan, can they cooperate, and that sort of stuff. So making a project through difficult, I think, was more of a thing of let's get the kids involved and enjoying prep, but it's frustrating, some of my kids. Some of them have managed to get the handle. It's vaguely resembles the shape, and they are happy with it, and it's sort of working with the mallet head, but we're going to adjust it for the next class. I've got to go now check my emails and see if there's any more changes required in the timetable, because it's a bit difficult to get everything staffed at the moment. Students done. There was a bit to do with the timetable last period. I got a phone call this morning from Bunnings saying that my box trailer that I'd ordered for the faculty was ready to collect it, because we had to pre-order so that it could be built. They don't keep them on stock, obviously. And we just went through Bunnings because, number one, we've got an account. Their price was pretty good comparatively to a lot of other trailer manufacturers that I tried contacting last year. The fact that we've got an account set up helped with getting the order done, and I think it's also going to help with the registration that sort of thing. On my way to collect it now. I was hoping to get a chance of getting out and getting it back to school today, but that just didn't happen. There it is. Still got to attach the cage to it, but just got to check the lights before I do anything else. So I've got the brand new trailer. It's nice and light. The cage part on the trailer hasn't been assembled yet, so it's in the trailer with all its parts. And we also got a canvas cover to go over it as well, to try and, you know, enclose it in a bit better. It's galvanized steel. It must be a thinner gauge to the trailer that I've got, because it feels a lot lighter just wheeling it around, because I just wheeled it straight out and hooked it onto the back of the truck. One thing I didn't realise when I was ordering it is that the front of the trailer will also open down onto the gooseneck of the trailer. It's a 6x4 trailer, so if you'd ordered a sheet of plywood that's 8x4, I'm assuming it'll fit in, but it means that stuff that's long like that you can have down in the trailer but towards the front where the weight needs to be, rather than hanging out the back of it. It'll be a good addition for the faculty. It means that now when we're trying to get rid of steel, or when we want to pick up materials for the students, to be able to have the trailer and not have to wait for me to go, okay, my trailer's available. That was always a sticking point with trying to get rid of all the stuff that was in the construction area. The trailer was always being used at home. Would not even know that the trailer was on the back of the truck, because I can't see it. Don't usually notice that my own trailer is on the back, but you hear it. This gish. So there's our new trailer. I've just had it in here installing the cage and putting that on. That's all bolted on. Now I've got to put on all the buttons and the stuff for the tarp that goes over the top. But I'm going to go have some morning tea and then come back and do that, because I've got to find a drill for the rivet and the rivet gun. Here we go, all set up, cage on, cover on, all the little tyres downs on. Now I've just got to see about getting it registered. Thursday, Arvo, and stopped at the spare parts place on the way home. I usually get parts for Max. Picked up a new fuel pump. I'm hoping that the fuel pump is the reason that he's got no power. Like, he runs, but then won't accelerate. So I'm kind of hoping that it's just, yeah, that's not pumping extra fuel through to provide that power boost. I might get to that on the weekend, I don't know. Flanders Friday, I saw it in Bunnings, and they had a sign saying it was Flanders Friday this Friday, and I asked what happens on Flanders Friday, thinking it was a special promotion inside Bunnings, and they went, people wear flannelette. That was basically it. So I dug out one of two flannelette shirts I got. This is the actual good one. The other one's started to fall apart at the seams a little bit, and I don't wear it a lot because it's a big loose fit. I wanted to do Flannel Friday rather than Fun Shirt Friday. It's a fun shirt. I got a full-on day today with my classes, double year 9 in the morning, so that's pretty full. The weather's looking a bit nicer today. I'm hoping the weather's half decent on the weekend, because I'd really like to tackle the fuel pump on the van. If that's the one thing that's been stopping it from running properly, that would be fantastic. That's not going to be a small job, because even though it's at the top of the engine, in order to get to it, you have to remove both of the front seats, and there's a center bar where the handbrake goes over that section of the engine for easy access. And because we need to get to the fuel lines and everything like that, my fingers are crossed so much over that, because while it would no longer be the daily driver vehicle, for those instances where you said, well, I want to get plywood or I want to get plasterboard, having something that you can slide that into and keep it dry is much better than having to deal with putting plasterboard on the back of a ute or onto a trailer and then hoping for good weather all the way to back. While I'm wearing the flanny, there's a podcast that a guy I know over in the States does called Fridays in Flannel, and he's a shop teacher. I actually can't remember which state now, Midwest I think. I'm really not sure where the name came, but he'll talk about things to do with being a shop teacher, working in the shop. He'll interview some people, past students, other teachers. If you're into making, into woodwork, into metalwork, all that sort of stuff, but you're also a teacher like myself, it could be a good podcast to check out. It's not super regular. It's just one of those things that he does it as a kind of a love project. Yeah, it's something I wanted to put out there type thing, like this, what I do, but in a podcast format, and it's whenever he can make the time. Some of the interview ones are good, some of the personal reflection ones are good. Maybe check it out. Fridays in Flannel. I might see if I can find a link to it. I think it's only on SoundCloud or Anchor or something like that. No, it's in Apple Podcasts, because that's how I got it, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I'll find out, and I might put it into the description of this video, just in case people are interested.